Okay, this is a trailing rig fitted with a diaphragm pump. You can actually see the piston heads here. This may look like a large pump. It's quite big size. But when I read the tag, it only does 250 litres a minute. When you compare that to a hydraulically driven centrifugal pump or a snail shell sort of design about that big, some of them will punch out up to 800 litres a minute. But some of them in the same size will only do 150 litres a minute. So the tag's very important. And when I look at this particular one, this diaphragm pump, or what we call positive displacement, when it shifts the liquid, all of it has to go somewhere. So if I look at a 36 metre boom out the back of this sprayer and say, well, that's 72 nozzles. If they're doing a litre a minute, then 70 litres a minute to go to the boom. And if this was operating at full capacity, that's only leaving me, what, about 140 litres to return to the tank if everything's operating at full capacity. This machine has a 6,500 litre tank, and ideally we want to shift about 2 to 3% of that volume per minute. In other words, we want to turn over the whole tank volume within 15 or 20 minutes. So we start at 6,500 litres. That's 3 litres in 100 or 30 in 1,000. 6.5 times that, or my rough math says about 200 litres a minute is required for agitation. Now if the boom is taking 70 litres a minute, even with a lilac nozzle, we're not returning enough volume to the tank. This pump is probably a little bit under capacity for this size tank, and the thing we need to be aware is that these diaphragm pumps will lose about 3% capacity each year. So if it's 6 or 7 years old, it might have lost 20% of that capacity, and the agitation is going to get worse over time. So we need to think about the chemicals we're putting in the tank and make sure we've got enough capacity in the pump so we can turn over the volume. So if you're ordering a new sprayer and you're going to a larger tank to get more productive, think a lot about the pump and the capacity that it has. So what you're putting out the boom, what's left will go through the tank, but think about how it's going to perform in 5 or 10 years, because that capacity will go down.